Another day, another story. The Byzantines were a civilization that emerged from the eastern part of the Roman Empire. They were a continuation of the Roman Empire in the east, and their existence spanned from the 4th century AD to the 15th century AD, making them one of the longest-lasting civilizations in history. Their capital was Constantinople, which is now known as Istanbul. The Byzantine Empire was known for its art, architecture, and engineering, which combined elements of Roman, Greek, and Christian traditions. Byzantine art was characterized by intricate mosaics, frescoes, and icons, while Byzantine architecture featured domes, arches, and intricate designs. The Byzantines were also skilled engineers and builders, and they were known for their construction of aqueducts, roads, bridges, and fortifications. In addition to their cultural achievements, the Byzantine Empire was strategically located at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, which gave them significant economic and military power. They controlled key trade routes, including the Silk Road, and they were able to maintain a powerful navy and army that protected their borders and expanded their territory. Despite facing numerous invasions and challenges over the course of their history, the Byzantines were able to survive and thrive for over 1,000 years, making them one of the most impressive civilizations in history. The Ottoman Empire's rise to power. During the 15th century, the Ottoman Empire was expanding its territory under the leadership of Mehmed II. The empire had taken over a significant portion of the Balkans, which posed a considerable threat to the Byzantine Empire. The Byzantine Empire knew it had to prepare for any possible attack from the Ottoman Empire. The Byzantine Empire had a strong military, and the city of Constantinople had great fortifications. However, despite the Byzantine Empire's preparation, Constantinople was still vulnerable to an Ottoman attack. The Ottoman Empire was determined to capture Constantinople, which was a significant city in the Byzantine Empire. The city was a center of trade, culture, and religion, and its fall would be a major loss for the Byzantine Empire. The Ottoman Empire began its siege of Constantinople in April 1453, and it lasted for almost 2 months. During the siege, the Ottoman Empire used a variety of tactics to try to breach the city's defenses. They used cannons to bombard the walls of Constantinople and tried to dig tunnels to undermine the city's fortifications. However, the Byzantine Empire's military strength and the city's fortifications held up against the Ottoman attacks. The Siege of Constantinople was a significant event in history and marked the end of the Byzantine Empire. The fall of Constantinople had far-reaching consequences in Europe and the Middle East. It led to the end of the Roman Empire and marked the beginning of the Ottoman Empire's dominance in the region. Byzantine weaknesses. The Byzantine Empire had been in decline for centuries due to various factors that weakened the empire. Dynastic struggles and civil wars were common in the empire, which led to instability and weakened the empire's government. Territorial losses also contributed to the decline, with the empire losing significant territories to invading forces. The economy of the empire was in a dire state, with frequent famines and a lack of resources for investment. Political corruption was rampant, with emperors often being more concerned about their personal interests than the welfare of their subjects. Military weakness was another significant challenge, with the Byzantine army being plagued by a lack of funding, outdated equipment, and poor leadership. The Byzantine army was no longer as powerful as it used to be, and this made it increasingly difficult for the Byzantines to mount an effective defense against the Ottoman Empire, which was rapidly expanding its territory and military power. The Byzantine army's decline was a significant factor that contributed to the empire's fall. The army was once known for its military strength and tactical prowess, but over time, it deteriorated due to a lack of funding and poor leadership. The Byzantine army was unable to keep up with the Ottoman army's advanced weaponry and tactics, which led to the Byzantine army's defeat. Despite some valiant efforts by individual Byzantine leaders, such as Constantine XI, the empire ultimately fell to the Ottomans in 1453, marking the end of the Byzantine era and the beginning of a new chapter in world history. In addition to the decline of the military, the Byzantine Empire's political and economic systems were also in decline. Corruption was rampant in the government, with officials more concerned with their personal gain than the well-being of the empire. The empire's economy was also in decline, with frequent famines and a lack of investment in infrastructure and technology. These factors made it increasingly difficult for the Byzantine Empire to maintain its status as a major world power. Overall, the Byzantine Empire's decline was a complex issue that involved various factors, including political instability, territorial losses, economic decline, and military weakness. These factors made the empire vulnerable to attack and contributed significantly to its fall at the hands of the Ottoman Empire. The Siege of Constantinople. The Siege of Constantinople is a historic event that lasted for a period of almost 2 months. It was initiated by Mehmed II's Ottoman forces in April 1453 and led to intense fighting between the two sides. Unfortunately, there were numerous casualties on both sides as a result of the fighting. The Byzantine defenders, though valiant in their efforts, were ultimately unable to repel the Ottoman army. This was due in part to the fact that the Byzantines had been weakened by years of internal conflict and were facing significant challenges in terms of resources and manpower. On May 29, 1453, the city finally fell to Mehmed II, who promptly proclaimed himself the new ruler of Constantinople. This was a significant event in history as it marked the end of the Byzantine Empire, like mentioned earlier. The consequences of this event were far-reaching, especially in terms of the political and religious landscape of the Eastern Mediterranean. The region experienced major changes as a result, and many people were affected by the aftermath of the Siege of Constantinople. The aftermath. The reason the fall of Constantinople in 1453 is considered one of the most significant events in world history. It was the culmination of a centuries-long struggle between the Byzantine Empire and the Ottoman Empire, which had been expanding its territory and influence throughout the Mediterranean region. The fall of Constantinople marked the end of the Byzantine Empire, which had been a major political and cultural force for over 1,000 years. The consequences of the fall of Constantinople were far-reaching and profound. It had an immediate impact on Europe, as it signaled the beginning of Ottoman dominance in the region. The Ottoman Empire would go on to become one of the most powerful and influential empires in world history, lasting for over 6 centuries. But the fall of Constantinople also had a wider impact on the world. It spurred renewed interest in classical learning, as scholars and intellectuals fled to Europe with their knowledge and ideas. This helped to spark the Renaissance, a period of great artistic and cultural achievement that would shape the course of European history for centuries to come. In addition, the fall of Constantinople had a significant impact on the Christian world. The city had been the center of Eastern Orthodox Christianity, and its fall was seen as a profound loss for the faith. It also had implications for the wider world of religion, as it signaled the growing power of Islam and the decline of Christianity in the Middle East. Overall, the fall of Constantinople was a watershed moment in world history, with far-reaching consequences that are still felt today. Thanks for watching.